back in Week 2. The Browns won a blowout in their first matchup against the Steelers. Can Pittsburgh get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They coming off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a former Florida Gator at quarterback Kyle Trask.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Trask now. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Trask. Again, he's got that man Landry. And the numbers from a week ago for Jarvis Landry. 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Going back to the air with Trask. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox, he's the one that drops him this go-around. That pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Take 4. Shift. 49. Check 49. Go.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Second and 6. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, pushing through the contact. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 15 carries, 80 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Walker able to get him for a loss of about 3. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Trask. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And some space here. Powering his way forward. And all the way and touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on now, let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Tershawn Wharton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. It's been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Let's go. You tighten up. Jump, jump.
Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Hiking 18.
They hand this off to Harris. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Switch! Go! Sponge! No! Street! Like 28! Go!
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Rodgers on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trask. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Melvin Ingram able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So then they have 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Fielded at the 43. There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one at 62 yards in the air.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion for a touchdown.
That's caught at the 1. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
To throw again on second down. Trask. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Trask throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here's Trask.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they have. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They go play action here on first down. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Rodgers on the return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Come on, guys, let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Come on now!
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. First down, Trask. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, Trask. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
There we go.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Second and 10. Now back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. For Steelers touchdown. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great win.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
and taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
He's going to try and go deep again.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Back to throw again. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Colin Kaepernick has thrown a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Still going.
That's what he is,
And
baby.
he
That's
will
what.
score. Touchdown, Steelers.
We've sat in a lot of meetings and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of the beginning of half. So special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Trash throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And he takes his ball on the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
157 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Trask. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
They lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Let's go.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Trask.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Trask.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, where they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jalen Guyton.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run. Here's Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams.
Here we go.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Check it back. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you
And all the way and touchdown, Cleveland.
Get over here.
Jarvis Landry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns on one play have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to... He's hoping to find the end zone. They begin this drive with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Trask. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
Trask to throw it. Over to Hooper on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going to look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, watch it. Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Street. SOS.
Watch twist.
Check 3.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Trask from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by Hooper. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
On play action, Trask.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Harris. Shreds the tackle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Trash throw into the hands of Hooper. Powers through it, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Following the penalty, Chubb. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Trash throw taken in by Landry.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
To throw is Trask.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Plenty of success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escapes the sack. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Trask.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Throwing, Trask.
This is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Going for the deep ball.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's complete to Adams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
There you go. Got him again.
Big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw again.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for it all.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Rodgers on the return. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On third down, Goodson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him. Now, I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. He'll look to throw.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.